make sure I got each one of it, okay?
Yeah.
Heck of a view out there. But all kidding aside, the American people are with you. Every step of the way, it's real. Those of you who've been to America know that there is a large population that is invested in what happens here, that cares a great deal about what happens here. Supporting the people of Northern Ireland, protecting the peace, preserving the Belfast Good Friday Agreement is a priority for Democrats and Republicans alike in the United States, and that is unusual today because we've been very divided on our parties. This is something that brings Washington together. It brings America together. Now, I know the UK's departure from the European Union created complex challenges here in Northern Ireland. And I encourage the leaders of the UK and the EU to address the issues in a way that serve Northern Ireland's best interest. I deeply appreciate the personal leadership of Prime Minister Sunak and European Commissioner von der Leyen to reach an agreement. The Windsor Framework addresses the practical realities of Brexit and it's an essential step to ensuring hard-earned peace and progress to the Good Friday agreements that they're preserved and strengthened. You know, the negotiators listened to business leaders across the UK and Ireland who shared what they needed to succeed. And I believe the stability and predictability offered by this framework will encourage greater investment in Northern Ireland, significant investment in Northern Ireland.
Well, it's the fourth time that President Biden has visited the UK since he's become president, and he and I had a very good discussion today about a range of issues: economic investment in Northern Ireland, but also a range of foreign policy issues, the importance of economic security. And that comes on the back of a meeting I had with him last month in the US. I'm seeing him again next month at the G7, and then I'm going to Washington in June. That we're very close partners and allies. We cooperate and talk on a range of things, whether that's supporting Ukraine or, as I said, economic security. I think actually the relationship is in great shape, and the President and I have lots that we're working on together.
Now, clearly there are ancestral ties here, and there's a personal nature of the President's visit to the Republic, of course, and he looks forward to going to some of his ancestral homelands, as well as to potentially reaching out and talking to some of his distant relatives. But the story, the Biden story in Ireland, matches so many stories in the United States. 1 in 10 Americans have Irish-American roots, and it's really a story of grit and courage, of welcoming and opening, and the Irish are not only such a major part of the history of immigration around the world, but they're actually making that history now as they continue to welcome Ukrainians here.
It was great. Now, we are very cold and very wet, but it was very exciting. It's great that a man such as Joe Biden would come the whole way over here to visit our little town. The excitement around the place, even on such a wet, cold April day, it has been brilliant. It has brought such joy to the village, so many people out and about. It's just been fantastic. Like, it's really put us on the map, and it's been brilliant for the people of the town. So it's great that he would come here to Carlingford to visit his ancestors, and yeah, we're all delighted to welcome him here.
It was amazing, as one of the speakers said, wet and cold, but the atmosphere has been fantastic all day, and everybody's come together, everybody's been enjoying themselves, and it's like a party atmosphere despite the weather. It's great to see Joe Biden coming to our village here. I mean, welcoming home a President of the United States. Who would have ever thought that we would be doing this? So it's been a real privilege to be part of that.